What's going on, guys? Anthony here, and today I'm going to tell you guys about basically how you are the people you surround yourself with. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, let's say all your friends, all they do is just, party every weekend or whatever. They go out, they drink, and whatever, they get bad grades in school, they don't study, all this stuff. Well, you're going to become exactly like them because you're like, oh, my friends don't study, why would I study? Oh, they go out, I should go out. And, so you just want to be careful with who you choose to be friends with, because say someone, you could be the same exact person, right? And you become friends with people who, they smoke, they drink, they party every day, they're failing all their classes. It's a pretty high chance you're going to become exactly like them because you're like, oh, that's what's normal, right? Say, on the other hand, same exact person becomes friends with the smartest kids in the school, they get good grades, or people that work out all the time, right? They're on top of their schoolwork, and, they're pushing themselves to the fullest every day in the gym. You're going to become more like that. And it's a pretty simple concept because you have to choose very carefully who you surround yourself with. Like, a lot of my friends, we go to the gym. I usually go by myself, but, they're doing the same thing as me. They're pushing themselves. We push each other to do our best. And honestly, growing up, I had some questionable friends who, it was fun to go out with them or whatever, but then when I would want to go to the gym or whatever, like, they would almost be, like, judging me, like, oh, like, why don't you just have fun, like, all this stuff, and I'm like, I'm having fun, I'm gonna work out and look my best, and I'm chasing my dreams, like, people are too close-minded. They don't, like, realize that, like, you need to chase your dreams. Like, there's actually, like, a point to life, they just want to go out and party every day, which, it leads you down a dark path, and honestly, like, I don't think anyone wants to end up where you end up if you do that. So yeah, like I said, like, I used to have friends who didn't have the same goals as me. They had, like, no goals in life. They just wanted to get, like, hang out with all the girls, do all this stuff, and you can still do that stuff, but you have to be locked in. You gotta chase your goals. You gotta, become better. You can't surround yourself with a bunch of losers. You're gonna become a loser, And I forget who said this, but I've heard it before, and it's a really smart thing. It's, you should always want to be the dumbest one in the room, because if you walk into a room and you're the smartest one, you're hanging out with a bunch of people, like, that are less smart than you, you're not going to learn anything. You're not bettering yourself in any way being there. But if you're the dumbest one in the room, everyone in the room can teach you something. You can learn from everyone in the room, and you become a lot smarter that way. And let's say you're out of college or whatever, and all your friends still live with their parents, and they're a bunch of, losers, basically. I don't want to be, like, rude, but you know what I mean, like, no goals, no aspirations. And then you become friends with all the rich, smart people who chase their goals. You're going to eventually become one of them. That's just how life works. You are who you surround yourself with, If you surround yourself with a bunch of losers, you're going to be a loser. Surround yourself with a bunch of winners, you're going to be a winner. That's why I'm very picky with who I hang out with, because I like to choose people who I know are going to give me some advice or teach me something, and I could teach them something. You don't want to hang out with people just for, like, your own sake, if, it's good for you, but, you want to be able to help each other out. Like, I hang out with my friend, we push each other when we work out. He doesn't just push me, I don't just push him, it's a two-way street. So that's another thing. If you can't choose friends that only want something from you, and they're not with you when you're, like, when you're coming up, but then once you're up, then they want everything to do with you. You gotta have really good friends, and sometimes having a smaller circle of great friends is a lot better than having a bunch of fake friends. Like, trust me, I've done both. I like, much rather prefer to have a small group, 2 or 3 friends that really support you, and not just yes men and will tell you when you fuck up, like, hey man, like, that's not cool, you gotta do this instead. Like, those are the people you want to be friends with. And yeah, it's pretty much, it's a good lesson in life. I don't want you guys to forget that. You are who you surround yourself with. I'm gonna keep saying that because you just have to think about it. Like, assess yourself right now. who you hang out with every day. What are their goals in life? How are they bettering you? How is you hanging out with them like bettering anyone, you know? And if you can't think of any reasons, then maybe you should find new friends. I know like it's hard, a lot of people don't want to leave their friends, but if they're like leading you down a dark path and holding you back, you gotta say like, hey man, like you gotta be a little selfish. Like I got some goals to accomplish. I'm gonna go get those goals. Nothing personal, you know, we can still hang out, but I'm gonna get these goals, and I need people that are gonna help push me, not just hold me back and make fun of me. You know, it's very important in life. And whether you can meet friends at the gym, at like anywhere, you don't want to meet people at like clubs. You know, like if you say you go out and meet a girl at a club, most likely she's not gonna be a good girl. But if you meet someone at the gym and like you see them working out really hard, you know, you wait till they're done with their workout, of course, and you just start chopping up with them. You want to make friends that have the same goals as you, have people that have everything in common with you, that are pushing towards to be the best version of themselves too. And that's just basically the goal in life, is just to become better, right? So if you're hanging out with people that don't want to become better, how are you going to get better? You got to find people that want to be the best version of themselves and that are going to push you to your fullest. And yeah, it's pretty much the lesson for today. Just you are who you surround yourself with. Pick good friends, and small circles are a lot better. If you got a small circle of real friends, it's a lot better than big circle of a bunch of fake people that don't care about you. Trust me. Alright, I'll see you guys next week.